Hey Pisces, welcome to this space. Welcome to the month of August. I did skip or I skipped all of the new moon messages for Leo, for the new moon in Leo. My birthday was last week, and then like the week before that, life just happens in a very positive way. And I really just needed to really focus on what was in front of me at the time. So I ended up skipping the Leo new moon messages, but I will be continuing your full moon or I will be continuing your moon messages moving forward, starting with this full moon that's coming up. But in this reading, we are talking about, you know, what's been going on with you guys so far in the summer. We have a few planets in retrograde. We even have Chiron in retrograde. Okay, Mercury is going to go direct finally on the 11th of this month. Um, so I feel like there's a lot that has happened, Pisces. There's a lot that's been happening with all of us, no matter what your zodiac sign is. Saturn has been doing a number on a lot of us. Mercury's been doing a number on a lot of us. We also have a Venus in Cancer. If you want to know more about what all that means, I do suggest that you do your research and you do look that up. I'm not necessarily an astrologer. I don't consider myself, but I do study the stars, and I, like to understand what's going on with all of us as a whole based on that. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into it, Pisces, and we're going to see what's going on with you guys for the month of August. What's been going on with you guys? What you guys have been going through? What you guys have been thinking about? Right? And get some advice. So, let's go ahead and see we're going to look at some insight of what's going on with you, what you guys have been thinking about, and how you can utilize the tools. As I always say, utilize the tools that you have at your disposal, the tools that you have at your fingertips, that your spiritual team has, given to you, that you've attained on your life's journey, and use those tools towards your success for the month of August 2025, Pisces. So this is for Pisces sun, moon, and rising placements. Check your moon and rising placements for deeper resonance, specifically your rising sign. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. Okay, so let's see what cards come out. I'm going to be shuffling a little bit differently this time around. I'm just going to see what my ancestors and my guardians have to say, what they have to relay to you guys from the universe and from the deities that are doing their work for the month of August. Okay, so some of you guys, Pisces, you guys have been on a journey, or you've been thinking about starting a journey of breaking some type of habit here. Maybe you're dealing with someone that you're in a relationship with, maybe they have some bad habits that you really want them to break. But we're turning this on you, right? Whenever I give these readings, it's not so much about other people. It is to a certain extent, but most of it is about you, right? It is about ourselves, these messages here. So, breaking bad habits. So, you are looking at yourself, Pisces, in the past month or so leading up to this month in August, and you've just been kind of looking like, what parts of myself am I trying to discard? Or what parts of myself am I ignoring? Right? You have fairy magic, very interesting. So, some of you guys, you have like this fairy like aura to you. Others of you, this is talking about some of you guys have had a fairy encounter. For those of you who are into that kind of thing, I love hearing about fairy encounters. I'm into like, podcasts like that, very mysterious, creepy, cryptid podcast. But some of you guys, Pisces, seriously, you guys definitely have this fairy like aura to you. Maybe you're into fairies. Maybe some of you guys are into Tinkerbell, or you're into movies about fairies or that have fairies in them. Um, Maybe you're into cryptids, but others of you, I'm just getting the sense that in general, you're finding a new respect for the spirit realm, or you're finding some type of respect for the earth. Okay, and then you have the elements. Very interesting. So, yeah, there's something here about trying to say this correctly. There's something about your connection or bridging the gap between you as your own like earthly existence, as an earthly, like your own biome, and the earth itself, and understanding that you are one with the earth. Okay. I feel like Pisces, especially for those of you who are Pisces moon people or Pisces rising people, you guys understand what I'm saying. Um, it's like you're thinking a lot about your existence and the connection to mysticism or the connection to other worlds. Again, maybe you guys have been into like cryptid podcasts or reading stories about cryptids, looking at videos on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, about cryptids. And that says something about you, Pisces. It says something about your growth. It says something about what you've opened yourself to, for those of you who resonate with that. But I do get the sense that as you, in general, as you connect with your soul in a very earthy way, you know, in a very mysterious way, it's like there are parts of you that are opening up, doors within your own existence that are opening up for you. And you're realizing, okay, in order for me to show up, right? In order for me to show up in this, because Capricorn also got the elements, which I think is interesting. And Aquarius got fairy magic. So some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius in your chart, or you have a Capricorn in your life, or you have Capricorn in your chart. But I'm just getting here, Pisces, that for the month of August, there are doors that have been opened up inside of you, because we are our own labyrinth, right? We are a portal. We're walking portals. So there has been some type of new opportunity that has opened up inside of you to venture into yourself during these retrogrades. Drink water. Look if there's anything in any place in your body where there's inflammation. Is there any part of your life where you're rushing too much? Are you meditating? Are you taking a breath, taking a moment, when you're feeling anxious and fiery? Are you moving? Are you fluid in your life, right? How are you moving in your life towards what you want? There's a lot of blessings here for you within that. So I'm getting that the first step is to first look at yourself and, see yourself for who you are. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you don't like about yourself, what you do like about yourself. It's about looking at your body, looking at your soul, looking at your emotional triggers, looking at certain thought patterns, or, patterns of behavior, and just taking note, taking inventory of what is going on inside of you. Once you do that, then it's time to really understand the work that is required. And I'm getting that the work that it's required, it's a mixture of outer work and inner work, but most of it is inner work here. And I am also getting this energy, Pisces, of being quiet, just needing to silently take inventory, quietly sift through some things in your filing cabinets, right? Things that you've tossed away or ignored or discarded for whatever reason, and kind of going to look for them again and trying to figure out, okay, why did I discard this? Or why am I still holding on to this? That's what I'm getting overall so far. So far. Okay, Pisces. But you have the Philosopher's Stone at the bottom of the deck. So what I'm seeing here is that there is huge change in your timeline. There is huge change in, you know, you mastering yourself. This is mastery of self. This is seeing things so clearly and so deeply that like there's no turning back. There's no way that anybody can get you to change your mind about it. It's like you're falling in love with yourself, and whatever perspective other people have about either about themselves or how they project things onto you about yourself, it has everything to do with them. It has nothing to do with you, right? So if someone's projecting during this time in August, it has everything to do with them, not you. Does that make sense? So there's like this really deep, this beautiful journey within yourself that's happening in the month of August. Will you venture into that? I recommend that you do in the month of August, but if you don't, I get the sense that those thoughts, those gears are shifting, those thoughts are swirling around, and you really are thinking a lot about certain mystical things, deep rooted like knowledge, of a certain culture or a certain spirituality. I'm also getting some of you guys, Pisces. Again, this is for those Pisces out there who like see things or you feel things that you can't explain or that other people can't explain, or you probably would feel like, people would think that you're crazy. But it's like some of you guys are having some weird dreams, but those dreams are very prophetic, or either those dreams are just very telling of what's going on inside of you in your present life, in your present moments. But I'm just getting some of you Pisces, you really are having some weird dreams, or there are some feelings that you're getting where you're just like, I know that I'm doing the right thing. I know that I'm on the right track. I know that what I'm seeing about myself, here are some things that I need to fix and I need to change, no matter who is there to validate you and say, no, you're doing the right thing. There's something inside of you that's saying, Pisces, you see what you see, you know what you know. Just follow that. You don't need validation. I was saying this to Aquarius too. So again, some of you guys may be dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius in your chart. You don't, and I think I was also saying this to Scorpio too. I feel like that's like kind of similar messages there. But you don't need validation. You know what you need to stop doing. You know what you need to do. And some of you guys, you just need to go to the earth. You just need to go outside, touch grass, hug a tree, climb a tree, eat some really good food from the earth, right? I'm also getting, stop eating processed foods. Some of you guys have been on this journey where you're just like, you don't want to go anywhere else to get your produce or your food. You go to farmers markets only, or you go to, health food stores. It's kind of crazy that the word health food store even exists, because all food should be healthy, right? But we live in a world where everything is just processed. Everything is, mass produced or whatnot. Like that can be some thoughts that are running through your head as well, Pisces. But there are just some things that are really healing in your life, and your happiness. Like all I'm getting from you, Pisces, there's like this excitement and this almost like euphoria that you're feeling, or that you will feel, that you are going to feel when this healing takes place, or when this acknowledgement of self takes place. And it's just you just realizing, I'm just happy. I'm just happy in this moment. I'm just happy in every moment. Things don't have to necessarily be going perfectly for you, right? But because you're really needing to, for those of you, again, if this is advice, yeah, medicine mother, trust your inner knowing. Yeah. So once again, you don't need validation from anybody to determine whether you're doing the right things or not. Some people may look at you, Pisces, and be like, they don't know what they're doing. They're just up and down, or they're just left and right, or they whatever. Yeah, and then you have track down your fears and desires. Interesting. Connect with your emotions. I feel like that's very Cancerian. So some of you guys, you have Cancer in your chart. You have Leo here with the sun. And then we have guardian angel, you are not alone. So this is where this fairy magic comes from. It's like you have some type of spirit from the earth, or some type of earthly being or earthly entities, or maybe maybe you need to work with a plant, the spirit of a plant, or an herb. And you can learn from that. Bottom of the deck, you have peacemaker, let go of the need to be right. So again, Pisces, what I'm getting is that you feel successful and happy in your life despite what's going on, because your garden is not necessarily, it doesn't start outside of you, it starts inside. So the seeds that you want to plant outside of your life, you first have to plant them inside of yourself. That's where the change starts. So for the month of August, it is going to be such a blessed time. And sorry, I'm hearing somebody talking outside. It's so distracting, but that's okay. people can talk. But it's like, again, it's like that energy of just like feeling distracted and feeling like, oh, what other people are doing out there is like, that's something you should focus on. It's like, no, just focus on yourself. Just pull yourself back. But tracking down your fears and desires is like what stands out to me with Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. To me, those two cards are telling me that that goes hand in hand with the breaking of bad habits, right? The Hunter. It's like tracking down what makes you scared and why does it make you scared? What triggers that emotion, right? Because fear is an emotion, okay? It's not just anger, sadness, happiness, blah blah blah. Fear is an emotion. What are you scared of? Why are you scared of it? Who has been putting bugs in your ear? Who has been giving you advice lately? That, because sometimes the advice that people give you, the advice that actually resonates with you, and advice that is actually striking fear inside of you, right? Really get down, just really start addressing that, Pisces, because I'm just getting the feeling that some of you, you may have somebody who's giving you advice, or maybe you're watching videos online or something like that, and they, it sounds like a lot of people can say a lot of things very confidently and very loud. They can be very loud about what they believe based on their experiences, Pisces, but at the end of the day, you have to quiet yourself. Go connect with the earth, and you let your soul tell you what is true, what you need to do. Again, in these readings, I'm not here to give anybody advice necessarily on like what you should do and shouldn't do. I'm just here to give you guys guidance on, the path that you already have chosen. The eagle. So is there something with your third eye? There's something with your inner eye, Pisces. Yeah, it's interesting. Who else got this? I think it was Leo. Was it Leo? I can't remember, but the eagle. Some of you guys, this has something to do with the country of America. Maybe you guys are moving to America. Others of you, maybe you are wanting to go to Mexico. Who was I saying this to? I can't remember. Or maybe your family has some really deep roots in America or deep roots in Mexico. I don't know. Some of you guys, you have a tribe of people, or you have some ancestors that are really trying to get you to pay attention. Because once again, there could be things that are trying to distract you and knock you off your path, not knock you off track, Pisces. And I'm just getting the sense that you just really need to zero in on the prize. You need to zero in on, you need to pull yourself out of the situation, so to speak, pull yourself out of it, fly higher, right? Not too high to where you lose track of like what you're looking at. Like, because if you fly too high, Pisces, you don't even know what you're looking at that point, right? But you need to fly high enough to where you can still see what it is that you need to fix, or see what it is that you're trying to obtain, right? In order to lock in on your target, you probably need to have an aerial view. You need to have a higher perspective. So whatever's going on in your life, Pisces, you may have a tendency to be way too too rooted in the situation and just crowded with emotions or with thoughts or whatever. And you need to just pull yourself out and be like, okay, what is really going on? Like, don't allow yourself to lose sight of the trophy, the prize, the thing that you desire. Okay, so you have Peacemaker again. Yeah, Peacemaker again. And you have the White Witch. This came out in the reverse for some reason, so I just feel like be the light. So some of you guys may be hiding yourselves. Let go of the need to be right, Pisces. What is that like? Again, sometimes society norms are what we live by, and that's what we determine is right or wrong. Let your soul, let your guardians and protectors, let your ancestors, let your God or goddess, whoever it is that you work with and or worship or whatever, let them tell you. Let them tell you what's right or wrong. And make sure that they're entities or guardians or spirits who actually have your best interest at heart and actually understand you and actually understand your wants and desires, right? Not all spirits are necessarily what you think they are, but that's a completely different topic. All right, Pisces, let's pull a couple more oracle messages and then we're going to jump into the tarot, okay? Towards the end of your reading. And we're just going to let the cards fall. I feel like my ancestors, they really do like when I shuffle that way instead of, splitting the deck, choosing the cards. I think for the most part, they just want, and again, I'm a Pisces moon, you guys. So, not to put my business out there like that, but it's like I'm a Pisces moon. So when it comes to being more fluid in my movements and the things that I do, that can be very difficult, especially when you're going through an emotional time or when something is bothering you or when when something's bothering me. I'm just like locked in on like that person upset me or that person betrayed me or whatever, right? Just like my emotions causing like all these thoughts to disrupt that moment of fluidity. Is that even a word? Of fluidness? The ebb and flow. North node, okay. Destiny, purpose, activation. Continue to move forward, Pisces. Continue to move forward. Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on what just happened. Don't focus on what happened yesterday. Why did this person say this to me? Or why didn't this person answer my text messages? Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. You just worry about, okay, what's next? How can I learn from this situation moving forward? How can I, grow from this? What's next for me, in on my map of success, right? Sorry, there's a couple cards that flew out. You have the moon, emotions, instinct, and subconscious. So again, your emotions, your instincts, your subconscious body has a lot to tell you. Has a lot to tell you. You have lunar eclipse, and it says a culmination, release, and illumination. So it's time to open your eyes, not so much to like what's in front of you, like physically, but open your eyes to open your spiritual eye. Multifaceted. You have Gemini here. So some of you guys have Gemini in your chart, or, some of you guys, Pisces, you're just you need to be more curious. It's okay to be more curious about things. It's okay to be curious. Yep. Be patient. Don't, this new moon that passed could have been a lot for you. And maybe moving towards the full moon, that could also be a lot for you as well. I think is there another lunar eclipse coming up? I have to like check that out. I can't remember. But there's just a lot going on with you, Pisces, on an astrological scale. And sometimes things can feel like they're out of your control. But I feel like with all these retrogrades, it's literally the planet's giving us control. It's giving you control, all of us. It's not the planets. People say, "Oh, it's Mercury's retrograde. Things are gonna, hit the shit's gonna hit the fan." Blah blah blah. But it's like, yeah, you can't control what other people do, right? But what you control is what you do. So literally, whenever the planets go into retrograde, they are honestly just pulling their energy back and giving us control instead of being there to hold our hand and to assist us for however long they're in retrograde, right? So this is a time to be curious. This is a time to just, you know, I don't know where this is coming from, Pisces, but some of you guys, maybe you want to go to a haunted house or something, or you want to do some ghost exploring or ghost hunting. That is so random. That is so specific. Or maybe you just want to go someplace to see, a haunted object or something. Like that's something that you've wanted to do. Maybe you want to go to Salem, or you want to go someplace where there's like ghost activity, or that, something went down historically. I think you should like venture out. Yeah, venture out. Go and have fun and do something weird, do something fun, do something super creative. This is like doing things that like most people like they watch other people do it, or like they've thought about it but they never go through with it. It doesn't have to be that specific, but Anything that you think of where you're just like, I really want to do that, right? And maybe some of you guys, you may want a friend to go with you or a family member, I don't know, or a sibling or a cousin. But I just get the sense like August is it can really be a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous time for you guys if you choose it to be so. You be the light in your life. You be the light in other people's lives. You don't have to turn your light off or turn the switch off just because of, negative thoughts, because of negative occurrences or circumstances, right? Let's go ahead and pull some tarot really quickly, you guys. I know this is a lot, but you have the Emperor. Okay, so there's something here with a male figure in your life. It could be your father. It could be your husband, your old. I just feel like it's either father or husband, fiance, boyfriend, grandfather as well. Could be a grandfather. Okay, so so this is definitely a male. We have the King of Wands. Okay. So this is definitely some type of male figure. Now, this can also be a deity or some type of spiritual, some type of guardian or protector for you. This person is very nurturing, very protective. So some of you Pisces, actually, you have a deity or some type of spirit that's, or a passed on loved one, could be that as well, that they have some knowledge to give you, or they want to, they're attracted to you in some way and they want to protect you. They want you to be okay. But others of you, this can be your father, your husband, your boyfriend, your grandfather, your fiance. We'll clarify these in a moment. I just want to pull two more cards and see what the ancestors have to say about that. Hmm. This can be somebody from your past or someone that you've known since you were little. And there seems to be some secrets. Maybe these are secrets about your father or grandfather, some things that just were not divulged to your family, or there's some secrets that your husband or your fiance is or your boyfriend or older brother or grandfather. I don't know. It's like there's some type of secrets. There's some things, some thoughts. There's some thoughts that they have had for a very long time and they just haven't really said it to you. Or this is you, Pisces. Maybe you have something that you're holding on to, something that you don't really want people to really know, but your intuition is probably telling you to say something, or someone else's intuition, your intuition is tapping into someone's energy. Okay, you have another 6. So there's some type of energy where the men in your life or a man in your life is could be that you are not really saying much about a relationship here. You have the King of Coins. So I'm just getting the sense, we're going to clarify these in a moment, Pisces, but I just get the sense that there's someone here that either you don't want people to really know about, or you don't want people to know your business, which is fine. Um, because you're trying to get your emotional body in check. You're trying to, others of you, if this is not a man or another person in your life, this is you. You are the King of Rods. You are the Emperor. You are taking charge of your life. You're taking charge of your emotions. You're taking charge of how you move throughout your life. You're nurturing yourself so that way you can give 100% or give a higher percentage of your energy and put your best foot forward, because we have the Fool here. As I say, put your best foot forward, there's literally like a foot or a leg here. So it's like you really, some of you Pisces, you really are just, you're ready for something new. You're ready to really love yourself. You're ready to build a life. You actually, some of you guys, you actually want to contribute financially to something. Finally, you're like, I'm tired of not being able to contribute financially. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify the Emperor really quickly, you guys. We're going to clarify all 4 of these cards and then we'll conclude your reading. But there's something here where some of you guys, you have a male figure in your life where they are wanting to contribute more to a relationship with you, or they want to contribute more financially. Maybe they're going to find a better job. Okay. And this can also be you, Pisces, if you're the masculine. Okay. You're the one that, some of you guys have fire in your chart. You guys actually want to contribute. Yeah. So there's some balance here with the masculine. There is this yin and yang, this completion of energy, putting the pieces of a puzzle together within yourself. So when it comes to taking charge of your life and utilizing masculine energy, you guys, or reaching out to masculine energy in some way, shape, or form, there's a lot of balance. You're not overusing this masculine energy. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's something with independence here. There's something with your independence, Pisces. If you're a woman, if you're a female, yeah, there's some type of tower moment that's happened for you. A Scorpio energy, that's Pluto. So something with power, something with change, something even with your fears. Once again, it's like facing your father wound or facing your fears and how you take action, or the lack of action, right? So there's something actually beautifully unfolding for you in the month of August when it comes to how you act or react to things. Let's go ahead and clarify the King of Rods. So there's definitely this new energy of you actually having the money, having the funds, getting your finances in a healthier state. This is really good here. This is amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the King of Wands. This Sagittarius there. So you have Sagittarius, Aries, we have an earth, any of the earth signs, and you have the Fool. So we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying the King of Wands. So it's definitely trying to grapple with the changes that are happening, trying to step up to the plate, and looking at the things that you need to do, looking at the options that you have before you, and saying, okay, there's some change there. How do I bring harmony to this situation? How do I bring more harmony into my life? Okay, and this can be somebody else who's doing this with you. This can be another fire. This can be a fire sign. Okay, who's actually pulling it together with you, Pisces. They really care about you. They really want to work things out with you. However, this is going to take some time. Whenever I see Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, that's Capricorn energy. I just see there's just some time in order for this balance to take place. There's some time that needs to be taken here. Six of Pentacles being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So there's more Pentacle energy here. This is about your health, your mental health, your bodily health, your sexual health. This is about your financial health. Yep, Three of Swords. So really healing yourself from some pain here from the past for the month of August, and just moving forward. Yeah, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about focusing. Something may have happened where some words were exchanged, Pisces, that really hurt you, or you hurt somebody else. And some of you guys may have decided, I just want to be single. I kind of just want to call it quits with this relationship. I need to focus on myself. And let's clarify the Fool, last but not least. Some of you guys have just stepped off and you're just like, I just really want to focus on myself. I want to be happy in my own life. So some of you guys have definitely decided to be single, or you've decided to let a friendship go, or just kind of let a family member, or a family relationship go, which is fine. But I'm getting the sense, I want to say this as well. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. So yes. So some of you guys are actually stepping towards your confidence finally. And you're really shining. You're really like, I don't want to hide myself anymore because of a relationship or because of a job. King of Pentacles again. So okay, Pisces, there are those of you, before I get off here, there are those of you, you have someone who really sees you as a light in their life. They really see you as safety and refuge, and they really want things to work out between you guys in the month of August, but that's completely up to you. You need to continue, whether whether you choose to be in a relationship with someone and work things out or not in the month of August. You still need to focus on yourself. Okay, if you're married, with kids, without kids, in a committed relationship, or single, you need to focus on yourself. Focus on your money in the month of August. Your money, your physical health is so important. Okay, so important. Make sure you're saving money. Make sure you're putting your best foot forward at work. Whatever is going on with, pain, emotional pain or mental pain, you're working through some things. You're working through it. But you have to realize, when you face your fears and you give to yourself first instead of giving to other people, you go have fun, you go do the things that you wanted to do for a very long time, you'll see things unfold that you really didn't think would. Okay. So, those are your messages, Pisces. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.